and I hope you shall be fine. So this is the video that I'll be making for you to let you know about the updates and whatever I have done until now. So I think the first issue that you should solve is to solve the access to the getting access to the admin of the live site. Now when I first started working on this website was showing a coming soon page, like it should now. Yes, this one. And if someone would then go to the admin page and enter here, then it would show a login page that I can log into. And when I click on the esportami.com again after the login, then I would be able to see the site. But then came another backend developer who messed things up. He then changed the website to esportami.com /esportami /admin. So after that, that developer again messed up, and we had another developer, backend developer, which was unable to solve even this issue. Those backend developers coded the API code for the event, and they gave me these 4 files. In fact, these 5 files. I'll go through all of them, and I'll let you know how I implemented them on my localhost. And after that, after the implementation, I have pushed the changes to the live site as well via Git. But as you can see, I cannot even access the live site admin area, so I cannot test my changes on the live site, but they are working correctly on my localhost. So first and the foremost thing that you should do is please try to solve this database connection issue. Now let me tell you. Okay, so the CMS that we were using for this website was a Pandav CMS. This was chosen by someone before me, before I started working on it. So I think this is not such a good CMS because we have not done anything in this. The only thing that we are doing is that if we go to the dashboard in the, this is my localhost by the way. We go to the dashboard in the pages, we want to create a new page, then we create a new page, give it its URL and set the template that I code here. And that's it. We save it and then we can access the pages here. This is the only thing that we are doing in this CMS system. If I go to the localhost esport AMI website, it's gonna look a little bit messy. Oops, I have not turned on my XAMPP. I'm sorry about that. Okay, now it should be visible. Now my localhost front page should be a little bit messed up because in the very beginning I used to work on JSBin and I test my code there and then here. So when you will set this issue of the live site, this database connection issue, the home page will look exactly like the design flow like this. It would be working perfectly. Let me zoom in a little. Yes, it would be working perfectly like this, where we will have events and hotels tab above the search field area. As you can see, I do not have access to the data. I did not have access to the database as well, so all the PHP code is on. So if I go to the events, these are the two fields where I have implemented uh, the API files. Now the first API file was simply connecting to the sports event API, and it will just get the sport types. So the only thing this API is doing, first file, was to getting these different sport types from the API of the sport events. Now when I would select these, for example football, this field would then be able then get enabled. It was disabled at first, so that The user will come and search this field first. After a couple of seconds, what it does, it will send the request, AJAX request, to the SOAP API2 page. This API2 page will use this sport type and then get the data. It's not much of a code. Get the data for this particular field, and then it will just simply uh, encode it in JSON. So if I just simply say, let me esportami.com soap api2.php, and if I enter sport type 1001, that will be tennis. As you can see, it is simply uh, displaying the JSON data for me to use on the second. Okay, where is it? I think yes. Now this I have inserted an autocomplete plugin, search suggestion plugin, because here we needed some search suggestions. So now if I enter REA, you can see these search suggestions are being shown. These are the search suggestions that are coming from the JSON data. So there is one mistake in this implementation of search suggestion, is that if I go to the code, I cannot see. Okay, I'll go it in a couple of. Let me go to template default. I tried a lot of different plugins, but none of them worked. So the only plugin that was working was not setting this data dynamic. For example, right now I have selected football, but so there is data related to the football like Real Madrid and so on, as you can see. But now if I change it to tennis, then it will not update this again, although the uh, SOAP API data, that is the response from the SOAP API to AJAX data will change, but the data inside this plugin code will not change. That I'll explain you. Let me explain it to you. Let me let you know where the code is so you can take a look at it and then you can change this data dynamically. So right now we need search event. There it is. So this was the minified file. If I had to, if I when in the beginning I was adding it as a simple script source and then autocomplete.min.js, but that was not working, so I had to add this minified code here as well. So this is where it's all working. I am selecting these fields, and then when someone select this field will get enabled, and this is the particular field where this function will run. As you can see, we have new HTTP express. This is the AJAX code, and this is what I'll send the data to SOAP API2 page with this port type value selected. Then I'll open that file and then get the AJAX response on ready state. In this AJAX response, I am just looping through sport ID and caption to display the data, to get the data and to send it to the next one. This is the input. Okay, this is the code that is targeting the autocomplete. So this is the minified code. This is the code that will target this code, and then it will populate the auto suggestions. This choices is the choices array which will be which will get populated. Now if I this is the AJAX data, if I try to check this choices array using this one, then this choice array gets updated, but this choices which is for the autocomplete, this does not get updated dynamically. Once this get updated, when someone selects any particular field from this for the first time, it will then get populated with this data and will not get updated when someone selects any other field. For example, if I have right now selected basketball, if I again search Real, as you can see Real Madrid, it's showing the football fields which were first selected. So please look into this and let me know if you can solve it. From here, if I click on the check, as you can see I have the competitor ID, sent, sport type, and work. Now sport type is to display here. Now this is the real issue. As you saw that in the last page, I first selected football and then selected basketball. Now this value in the URL is being updated regularly, but the results are again for the football. So this sport type will be displayed here as the user will see. So this issue will be solved once you get the data in the auto complete search, sorry, you get it dynamic. So in order for the SOAP API 2 to work, let me go back. This is the SOAP API 2 file. Now this needed the sport type ID. So I am getting the ID here, competitor ID, sport type. Let me, I think I've, is this okay? SOAP API 2 was the for the second search field, and SOAP API 3 is for this page. Okay. This is the competitor ID. It needed competitor ID to get data from the API of the sport event, and this is just simply displaying the data. And I have embedded this code in the templates, and this is how it is being displayed here. So this is the search term that I searched for. This is the sport type that I selected, and this is the second search field, events related to this search field. So if I now click on any particular event, it will get me to the event detail page with details. Now this is the page that I was last working on today, and as you can see, there is a little bit of confusion here. I have some data, but let me go back again. Now some of these fields do not have any data in it, so be careful when you are doing this, because the event API is not updated so much. So if I select football, as you can see, it took a little bit of time to load this Ajax data. Real Madrid. Now if I search, now I'm on the event search results page, and it takes some time. I don't know why is it taking time. Usually it loads very fast. Okay, so this is the page. If I now click on this or this tickets, I am now redirected to the event detail page. So here I am showing the data from the SOAP API 4 code. I have inserted this code inside the template for the event dash detail template, and I am displaying the event name, the tournament name, the location, the starting date, and I was discussing it with, and this is the image of the stadium, and we do not have much data about this. This is the data that I need to show it here inside this template. Right now it is, I was working on it. Now I was discussing this with Giuliano that we do not have any description available in the API, so we will remove this area. We will add this would be the calculator. So we will add this section, remove this section from here, add it here, so that we will have this map and this help above here. I removed it here, and then these would be, in this case, would be short side, long side, different types of ticket. We need to discuss it a little. So this is the only thing in the backend that I have been implemented on the front end side for our client to show the demo. Apart from that, there is a payment system, but I think Giuliano has told you about it, but I do not know what to do because the other developers were not implementing any of their code on the front end. I had to do all of that work, and I think it will take me a couple of hours to just somehow to design this first thing here and then implement this code. After that, I'll push my changes, all my changes today, to the Git, and the rest would be your work to do. So I think this is all that has been done till now. There is, let me go. If you have looked at my other video, then I have told you in detail where are the templates created, how many templates are created, and how are they created. I have created one more template when I was implementing this, which is this template, event search result page template. This one was created a couple of days ago by me, and it's here in the models and event search results, as you can see. Rest, this is all that has been done until now, and the rest would be up to you. Thanks a lot.